Jimmy, full time here, 4-1 loss against Longridge, and we exit the Lancashire Trophy in the second round. I can imagine you're probably as disappointed as I and the rest of the fans are after that.
Yeah, it was a very disappointing night, a very disappointing week. That's 3 defeats on the bounce, 9 goals against, exit 2 cup competitions. I'm struggling for positives tonight. I picked a team with Saturday in mind. There's a few places up for grabs. There was 9 first teamers out, all 4 or 5 coming back from injury. 3 or 4 who needed fitness, 3 or 4 who have been out and wanted to impress. And I was really excited about today. We struggled from the word go. We give the ball away numerous times in the first 5-10 minutes, put ourselves on the back foot, and subsequently Longridge were far, far superior than us tonight. I spoke about being a scalp, teams from lower leagues who come to play a team from a higher league, and it's like a heavyweight champion who thinks that he's just gonna win, and the opponent has been training and has one eye on fighting you for a long time, and if the heavyweight champion isn't prepared right and doesn't do things right, they get knocked out, and that's exactly what happened tonight. Longridge were excellent. The movement, the way they handle the ball, the way they looked like they were enjoying it. They were ruthless in front of goal. They've hit the bar 5 times. Mason Walker, their goalkeeper, who was in goal for us against Mosley a couple of months ago, hasn't had a save to make. And as I say, with 9 first teamers who were trying to get in the team, it just wasn't good enough. And it's left a lot of food for thought for Saturday. I'm really, really disappointed about the results, really disappointed about getting knocked out. I'm not going to settle for that. I wanted desperately to win the game. I told the players before, if you think that I've just put a team out to roll over, then you're sadly mistaken, because this was a cup competition that I wanted to win. I thought we'd more than have enough to beat Longridge, but on the night they were far, far superior to us. So, you know, credit to them, but a really disappointing night for anyone who's connected to Clitheroe. And you know, the fans turned up in the numbers tonight. There was, I think, 450, 460. So, you know, credit to them for turning up. But I tell you now, they won't be coming back to watch this team again playing like that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a few young faces off the bench and a few included in the starting lineup. Can't really go in too harshly against them, but the first team is, from what you're saying, it sounds worryingly like a touch of arrogance, that they thought they could just turn up and roll a
you're
very
right.
good team over.
I've just touched on that. You know, I equated it to a boxing match.
Yeah.
And if the champion isn't preparing and isn't prepared to battle and fight his way against a lesser opponent, then you get knocked out. And that's exactly what I seen tonight. You know, I took a step back. I watched it from the gantry. And what I seen wasn't good enough. I've got my own views on certain things, and I'll keep them to myself about individual players. Yep. But I'm not happy at all, and I am not going to settle for that. You know, we got beat to a very good team, very good Gainsborough team on Saturday. We were very, very unlucky to get beat against Stalybridge, but tonight I have got no qualms whatsoever. We were beaten, and beaten heavily by I'm not going to say an inferior team, a team from a lower league. They were really impressive, and some of their lads really, really impressed me. And, you know, that's a bit of a wake-up call for me.
Absolutely.
And the fans as well. As I say, I'm not going to knock the fans. The fans are magnificent here. But I am not going to settle for that. And if these players, the 9 first teamers that played, if they want to impress me, they've got to perform better than that.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, it was Longridge just had everything we lacked in terms of the fundamentals, in terms of heart, desire, all those things that we could go into. But I don't want to dwell on it. Look ahead, Widnes away, back to the league. Really tough game there, right up there. I think I mentioned it in the last interview. Yeah. Obviously, it'll be a completely different squad based on what you've said. So it's all eyes on the league now. Yeah,
and it's you know, we've got 4, 5, 6. I think it's even 7 games in hand on a lot of the opposition that are in our league. But they mean nothing if you don't pick up points. You know, because of the way the league's gone and not having games and playing cup games, and when we have been able to play, the opposition have been in cup games. So we found ourselves with a lot of games in hand. This is a wake-up call now. We have slipped right down the league through no fault of our own. And we've got to make sure that these games in hand count as points, and they're not just a game in hand. We've got to win. We've got to start winning games and climb up the league. You know, being positive, if you win 2 or 3 games, you will. But we've got to start, we've got to get back to basics. We've got to work our absolute stones off for everything, for absolutely everything, for every header, every tackle. Be more committed, and see where that takes us. See where that, and I know with what we've got in this squad, this club, with the fans, the way they're behind us, 2 or 3 wins and we'll be back up there. But we've got to make sure that we give everything to get the first win. That's what counts. And what a great place to go on Saturday against, you know, a very good Widnes team who are doing really well at the minute. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very, very positive. Obviously, I've got to draw the line under this, and I've got to get a team out and put a squad together that is going to compete on Saturday, and I will do. I promise you that. It's going to be really tough, but it's one that I am really looking forward to. What I've just said there about the heavyweight boxer, I think we're going to be the challenger on Saturday, and we've got to be prepared to go and knock Widnes out on Saturday.
It might suit us better, but
of course,
just before we finish, then, because I know Ross and everyone involved with the academy setup here will be dying to hear about the under-23s and how, you know, for the young lads that did step in tonight and came off the bench and stuff. Do you think how do you feel quickly that they acquitted themselves to the situation? I know it was difficult. I know it was an uphill battle from minute one, like you said. But just a word on Ross's lads that came in.
Oh, excellent! Their attitude is fantastic. I watched them last week. They were excellent. Some very, very talented young lads coming through. Really difficult for them tonight. Yeah. I thought Ben and Mach couldn't really get in the game tonight, and I think they never got helped by some of the elder statesmen in our team either. They should have been guarding them a little bit more, But they're a very, very talented bunch of lads, and they've got to keep going. And who knows where it'll take them. Very good young lads coming through, and let's see where they end up, and just keep on doing really well.
Brilliant. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you
You for your time.